Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Case of the Golden Idol, where I guess we're going to find out how the political murder kind of played out. It looks like, the triumph of order, new order that, did have an impact on the forming of a coalition there. So let's see what happened. Yeah, the triumph of order. Let's have a look. What's happening here? Okay. Such a relief that they decided not to push any fashion charges. I hope the process is not painful. Interesting. This tribunal is a farce. They spread lies that my pure love is merely lust. And what do they even know about true art? Interesting, okay. I felt it in my bones that should have drunk less. Eyes going crazy, kind of. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. Okay. Is it a thing of beauty to see order? It is a thing of beauty to see order prevail. If it were not against the first virtue, I would feel very happy. Nicholas, Alveja, you feel the new. I can't read today. Alveja, you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me when I saw you spend more. I can't read, so tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now unless you want me to write up an official report about a 4th virtue breach. Your beloved brother. Okay, someone's extorting Nicholas, the lawyer. Yeah, Nicholas Maker. Birth year 1757. Occupation record keeper of the order party. History of infraction and obedience. Labored abroad court as being on Thursday, even though it was Wednesday. That's bad. Took a double length lunch break in the office. Large service in low ranking position to the order party, plus 10 merit. Total plus 4. So those are like minus 6 together. I don't know if it's in 3, 4, and 2, 5, and 1. 6 and 0 is unlikely since it's a minus, but yeah. And then, and like very technically, it could be, could be 5.7 or something, right? Like we don't have. It's probably whole numbers, but it might not be. Weekly order party of People's Tribunal number 42, good number, March 14th, 1795. 6 culprits are brought to the tribunal. 12 tribunals open 12:15. Each culprit's charges are evaluated and merit changes are calculated. And then 15:10, so like 10 past 3. First culprit's merit section starts, second and third. Okay, that's 10 minutes and then that's 15 minutes. So there were like more things to do for the second one, I guess. Took longer. Poor bugger. I've never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly. An Albion franc banknote. Okay. Since when do we have banknotes in francs? I don't know. David Goran. Yeah, we would have known that guy too. Enforcer of the Order Party. Yes, that's Enforcer's a good title for him, for sure. 1752 born. And then history of infraction and obedience. Had a secret compartment in his office locker. It's an infraction, and denied the existence of the secret compartment is also an infraction. But obedience, loyal service in low-ranking position to the order party plus 10. For a total of 8 plus. So probably -1. That's the only thing that makes sense there for me, or to me right now. Remember the 3rd virtue. Dressing up donkeys in fancy dresses and hats. It's an important one for sure. Remember the 2nd virtue, sleeping on your desk. Those are good virtues. I like it. The man is not breathing. No apparent wounds. Interesting. Prince of dusk. Like night I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear love. Do not make that error. When you know my name, just look for my face. Interesting. Not sure what that means, but it's interesting. What do we have upstairs? That is music to my ears, Alistair, but do control your emotions. We as arbiters of order must never violate the first virtue, which you have not seen yet, I think. A bunch of Albion franc banknotes. Okay, those are new, I guess. Dear Dr. Turner, I must regretfully inform you that during your absence from party business, your senior assistant Daniel has demonstrated extreme untidiness and thus breached one of the virtues, junior assistant Toby. Dr. James Turner, born 1747, arbiter of the Order Party, history of infraction and obedience, drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic, kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study, but on the plus side, loyal service to the Order Party in high-ranking position plus 20 merit for a total of 12, so like, yeah, 8 on the negative side there. Not sure how that's divvied up though. Okay, lots of names. Let's look at this guy first. What are you insinuating, James? I would never breach the fourth virtue. You know damn well that I keep no secrets. Bunch of Albion Frank banknotes. Wrong button. Dear Arbiter Koch, I am writing to inform you that a regiment's colonel was seen with another officer's wife in a potentially intimate situation. What is a potentially intimate situation? We implore you to send your agents to investigate this potential flouting of the first virtue. Okay. Sure. Lord Alistair Koch, 1745, arbiter of the Order Party. Infraction. Slapped a sergeant in anger. Listened to marching music in his manner. Okay. I don't know why that's an infraction though. And then loyal service to the Order Party in high ranking position plus 20 for a plus of 11. So that's 9. That's worse. I guess maybe slapping someone in anger is worse than drinking and keeping a book, perhaps. Perhaps. Okay, Fangor Quinn. Corporate Mr. Fangor Quinn, birth year 1760. Claimed he had no wife, has a painting depicting a naked person in his house. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger. Was observed spending a night with neighbor's wife. Okay. Then we have Walter Keane. Born in 1758. Flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention. Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. Yeah, that's his MO for sure. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance. Expelled from the party of order. Interesting. Interesting. Because he was a kind of like integral to the, you know, party business there for a bit, I guess. Lothar Richards. You know him. Held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. Got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter. That makes sense. Revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter Mary and her husband Peter. Okay, we know those two as well. Evaluated at plus 15 merit. Interesting. Josh Bailey. Left his work at Tannery early. Drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat. Drank excessive amounts of rum at the Old Oak. Approached a married woman with an indecent offer. Denied 4 times during questioning that he had done these acts. Horace Webb. Count Horace Webb. Has not held down a job since the new regime. Evaluated as 60 instances of non-work. Claims he works in his castle helping his servants clean it. Oh, he might be doing that. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. I don't know why we're not allowed books. Interesting though. Expressed willingness to donate his castle to the party. Valued as plus 200 merit. Interesting. It's a lot of merit. Gideon Bell. We've seen him too. Duke Gideon Bell. He was a prince before, wasn't he? Wears an outrageous hairstyle. Yeah, that's true. Broke down in tears 10 times during the questioning. Has refused to start working. Evaluated as 5 instances of job skipping. He's a duke. What do you want him to do? Rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information of a secret entrance to the castle of his cousin, the Sovereign. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Interesting. Silence. You will perform your function as much as is required. It is paramount to ensure order in our new society. But isn't that our friend here? Or is this Lazarus? I can't remember their faces. Anyway, so the first, observe the 4 virtues to avoid losing merit. First one is heart, second one is wings, 3 is sun, 4 is eyes, that makes sense, very important. Brandy and opium in the first one, which is red, it's the same color as the first one here. They seem, you know, to correspond. The second one, invoice, February 15th, 1795, Brackbrook Farm, 3 pounds of butter for 25 pence, delivery 6 pence, total cost 29 pence. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. A violin. And the sun one, interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. A portrait of Gideon Bell painted by Jasmine Nightwings in 1794. And then in here we have the books. The book titled Stories and one Autumn Tales. So we're not allowed to read, apparently, with the eyes or something, I don't know. Remember the second virtue, store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. So the first one is like no booze, somehow. The second one is like no bad math. The third one is like no art, I guess, maybe. Because there are paintings and there's a violin, and then the fourth one is no books. No reading? No, it can't be no reading, because we're reading like this stuff on the, like, you know, 4 maxims of virtue is like in big letters no more. I don't know. In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. March 13th, London Gazetteer, 1795. Since year 1792, when it gained a majority in Parliament and liberated their government from multi-party chaos, the Order Party has worked hard to improve society. Despite the vast popular support for the party, His Majesty refuses to acknowledge the authority of the party's tribunal. High Arbiter Lazarus Hurst, yes, has announced that in 2 months the party and its supporters will participate in a peaceful march to the king's current residence to demonstrate their virtue of moderation. I'm honored to help the party upkeep the 4 virtues. I only hope sitting here all day doesn't count as sloth. Which one of these is sloth? There are worse jobs in this one, and thank God tobacco is not considered an indulgence. A bit boring though, too bad literature is forbidden. So that's indulgence. Literature? One of these is sloth? Not sure. I'm a little confused still. Have I looked at everything? I thought I've looked at everything. I'm missing one thing somehow. So it's just one like thing I didn't click, one word I didn't click somehow. There's a chance that it might have happened. Nothing to click here. I don't know. You know, it doesn't make sense to like wildly click around because there's, you know, there's nothing there. Oh, here maybe. Yeah, the idol. Sure. Okay, what are we even doing here? I think the first one is indulgence. Maybe. Maybe. Sloth? I don't know. At work. Mistakes, maybe? Secrets? I don't know. But I feel like the music and art is like in here. There's so much so much stuff on the screen, it's crazy. These are my numbers, right? Yes, I can drag those around, yes. Okay, so the confusing thing here is that you have like literature is in here. And then here we have art. And I don't know how there are like two different ones for that, because like how do we split that up in a way that makes sense? I don't know. I think excessive lust is not okay. Where's drinking? Fashion, maybe? There was some, yeah. The merits for that: lies, art, bones, souls, beauty, diligence, merit, mistakes, moderation, truth, secrets, untidiness, emotions, music, francs, years, idle, literature. I don't know, maybe emotions? That seems weird. Maybe untidiness. It makes sense here. Secrets also are one, but I don't know where they would go. Beauty could also go there, I guess, maybe, but it's weird. Okay, this is a weird one. This is very, like, yeah. Contrary emotions. Never by the first virtue, yes. So first virtue is emotion. That makes sense. I'm not sure about the fashion, but never breach a fourth virtue. You know that, no secrets. So the fourth one is secrets. Interesting. I mean, lies definitely are like something bad too, but I don't know where they go. I mean, is this just like truth? No secrets, no lies, no literature? That's weird. And then this one would be art and music for sure, because those were in the box. But what's the third one here and here and here? Because like bones, souls, make no sense. And diligence has to be the last. But that doesn't make sense for this to be that. And literature has to go somewhere too. And then we have bones, souls, years, francs, and merit. I don't know, that doesn't seem right. Something's definitely wrong there. Anyway, okay, let's look at these. So, Fangor Quinn received merit. Fangor Quinn only lost merit. But we don't know how much. I mean, that's plus 200 and then minus some, but we need to figure out the numbers. So we need to actually look at the other ones here, right? Where is he them again? So that's like a lie, and that's kind of a lie. And then that's plus 10. So those were like ones each, maybe? Secret compartment, like a secret and a lie, I think are in the same category. So they might be minus 1. And this is like, yeah, like the work one sloth or something. Oh, those are 3. I think those are both the same as well. So this might be 3. Indulgence is obviously not the wait, but yeah, it's not indulgence. That's the virtue, is it? So the this is gonna be like this, right? Maybe that makes more sense. But then it's moderation. Yeah, we need the positive up here, of course. And the last one we have left is like merit, because it's virtue, is not, you know, the breaches. So maybe the fashion actually goes here. Excessive lust, indulgence, and emotions will be punished. Mistakes, undenials, and sloth will be punished. Vulgar art, music, and fashion will be punished. Or secret lies, and then, I mean, literature, I guess. But that doesn't seem right. But it's close, it's gotta be close. I mean, yeah, 2 of you slots are incorrect. What else do we have, though? Years, francs, bones, sores, beauty. I don't know where beauty would go. I mean, excessive beauty maybe, but that's a weird one. I think these make more sense. Emotions must be right, and indulgence is like the drinking and that. And last, yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense. I mean, the merit could be called beauty, I guess. Maybe it's not merit, but beauty? Okay. Because like the merit is what you get, sure. You lose merit, sure. It's just beauty. Right. I thought it was more like art has to have like merit, but like it's more in the like it has to be beautiful, which is not vulgar, right? Whatever. It's fine. That's fine. What who else had like a thing though, actually? Wait. So 10 for you right here. And 8 for you. 1 on 1. Where's his merit thing though, actually? Okay, so he's drunk. He's the art and lust guy, and he's, I don't know, the other one, I guess. Along with these books, right. But how do I get the other 2 numbers? Oh, here, right, you've got stuff. 20, and then the book plus drinking equaled 8 in total. So one is indulgence, and the other one is this. Which is weird. Because then that would be 7. That's a lot. But yeah, that would be 7, and then music would be 2. Does that make sense? That's so high, though. Yeah, it's correct, though. So moderation is like the most important one, I guess. That's crazy. All right, let's look at these ones then. Fang or Quinn. Claimed you had no vibe. That's a lie. Painting, so like 1 and 2 is 3. Anger is emotion is 10. And then, yeah, the lust. So 17. Water King. Further 3 times. That's 7. Ridiculous headgear. That's 2 is 9. Claim did not betray, that's a lie, is 10. And expelled from the order, I don't know, that's fine. We don't lose any merit for that. I guess that's wrong. Further 3 times. Do I have to, are those individual instances, do I have to add them up? Maybe, yeah, because it specifically mentions it's 5 times. Those are 4 individual ones. Yeah, okay. So it's like 3 times 7 is 21. 5 bad hats is 31. And then 1 lie. Sure. Who's next, actually? Yes, it's in the same order. Held a dinner party a few years ago. We offered large amounts of wine to his guests. But is that 1? Because he's not enlarging, actually. I don't agree with this one. But sure, that's 7. Angry, that's 7 again. That's 14. Plus 15, so plus 1. Maybe? Josh Bailey. Left work early. That's sloth. That's 3. Drank and twice. That's 7 twice. It's 14, 17. 24. And then 4 lies. It's 28. I think. Seems right. Yeah. Horse Web. 60 instances of non-work is... That's a lot. 180. Claims he works in his castle, that's a lie. 181. 15 books. 196. So plus 4 or something? And Gideon Bell. Outrageous hairstyle. 2. 2. Broke down in tears 10 times. Is that emotion? Because that's a lot. That's 70. 72. 5 chop skippings 15 is 87, I think. And then the secret's 88. I don't know if I did the math right here. It doesn't feel right. It was right though. Okay. How many years have passed? $1792, so 3 years. Probably. Have passed since Order Party has seized power during a tribunal. Okay. Whose judge will have the largest merit deduction in our tribunal history? I mean, like, is that Gideon Bell? Did it look like him? It doesn't look like him. But like based on this. But also, wait, who else is missing there? Because like we have 3 more waiting. He's a drunk guy. You don't have to name him. So there are 3 more there. 1 is dead, and we're missing 2. Keen is like, he's not here, right? But who else is not here? No. But I mean, like, if it's about the highest deduction, it's gotta be Gideon Bell. Is it just idle? That doesn't make sense. Execute has punishment. Idle was used on him and he lost? No, that's weird. But that is not really... Did he lose merit? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't seem right. What else can be count like this? Can you lose years? Do you lose a year per thing or something? But that doesn't make sense, like verbiage-wise either. Why is there only 3 corporates on the list when there are like 4 of them waiting here? I'm confused by this. Not sure. Not true. I would prefer storing no more than this. What are these symbols again? Why is this so hard to open? Open the screenshot. Okay, what do we have? Increase matter. And I don't know what this is actually. Suboptimal. Yeah, I don't know. But nothing else really makes sense, I think. I don't have any other screenshots that can help me right now. I don't. I mean, like, he looks bad. Sure. How do I know what the punishment? Like, I don't know. It looks better here than in the close-up for sure. But okay, if it's not the merit that killed him, which makes sense, he does probably have his bones. He probably didn't have 88 swords, so it's not gonna be the Franks. So what else is it? Years? Okay. Sure. Did it say that anywhere? I guess we can deduce it, but it's weird. The Order Party has seized power and now enforces the 4 maxims of virtue. Maxims? Maxims. Who knows? The young Duke Gideon Bell was judged during the tribunal to have lost 88 merits. The high arbiter of the party, Lazarus Hurst, used the idol to decrease Gideon's youth by 88 years, thus making him 108, which resulted in his death. That's cruel. That is cruel. One more? I guess let's do it in one. The slight delay and the peaceful march to the king's castle. There's a lot of stuff here. Alright, let's start in the bottom left corner here. Who do we have? We have Belchester Castle, we have Blackfield Manor, Lover's Islet, Cloudsley Cabin, Little Mermaid Inn, the Bellwood Crossroads, and the party camp. Are we at the camp right now? Perhaps. Then we have a book. There's the E.G. book. David Goran. Since his success at the Mermaid Inn has proven to be a resourceful and discreet professional. Nicholas Maker. Cowardly but dutiful. Used for up to a limit. Yeah, he's a lawyer. Alistair Koch. Pompous and vain, but being a military man is ready to obey and ready to kill. James Turner, greedy and hedonistic, requires constant material motivation to cooperate. And Walter Keane, ambitious and inventive, but treacherous as many smart people are. Sure. Lazarus, you took 32 things from me, I demand you return them. If you refuse, it will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. Interesting. At 11:30 on May 15, meet me at the place the idol was stolen from our brotherhood, and poor Willard Wright met his death. Sure. Come alone and bring proof, something personal of yours, to give to the veiled woman. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. Okay. So Willard Wright died at the inn, right? That's the one. I'm pretty sure. Lazarus Hurst. I think that's it. Yes, Comrade Lazarus has not yet returned for several hours. Comrade Elster and James is going to find them. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. This regime has too far. It has taken everything from me. Watch is ticking, shows 12:15 p.m. A Navaja blade. Who had the Navaja blade? I don't remember. May 15th, 1795, Capital Route Morning Report. At 8, a newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. At 8:30, an individual in the insurrectionist uniform passes by on a new two-wheel contraption. At 10:15, 2 individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. Okay, so she's like spying. Or he, who knows. Why are you not working, you worthless piece of garbage? I'm doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the merit executions. Lights off. That's interesting. It's not red or blue. Slightly dented saber. A man in a helmet with numerous cuts in his body, not breathing. A slightly dented saber with some blood on it. Good that the cuts are not breathing, I guess. Belchester Castle, Blackfield's Crow Towers, Woodshires. Port. Capital. A newly invented transportation device with 2 wheels, interesting. Oh, I recognize that voice. It is you. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago? Strong men are your bane. Empty musket. Is he the guy they stole the uniform from? Maybe? I don't know. Damn you, you cunning devil. Arg. Empty pistol, loaded pistol. So one was fired, one was shot. You will find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. No. Scarecrow have a hole for his head, so he shot him through the window. Put lodged in the wall, and then got shot himself. A white pigeon. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. Okay. Sure, interesting. Lots of stuff going on. A pile of mangled and burned corpses. An empty cannon. Yeah, okay, so that's the whatever. I don't remember the scenario name. Guy fell off the horse, right? Man, this is hard. Like, it's hard to remember where I've been. Dear husband, you are so brave and you have been drinking since early this morning. But what will we do now? What if the evil government men find us? A harp and a book. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me. Edmund Cloudsley, 1788, January 5th. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies. Well, you I will put on a pedestal of sweetest praise, and you will become my ideal wife, Edmund. Very red flaggy. For you I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley, right? Yeah, I remember that one. Mary. My uncle Edmund Cloudsley died in some robbery, and I'm rich. My father will see me for the man that I am. Let's marry Peter. 1788. So Edmund, yeah, he didn't die, right? Worry not and continue the feast, wife. Nothing can stand in my way. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. Almost empty whiskey flask. S'more sword. Horse race betting slip. Yes. That's the horse again. I have some small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Broadbeast steward. We'll be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. Lazarus. So Lazarus is on the horse, maybe? But the seventh thing, isn't that the doctor? Well, he got a note from Lazarus, right. It's the inn. Nonetheless, I'm not an idiot, but real men like us could beat those order party ninnies even without any weapons. But you got a small sword. 2 Albion francs and a hand of cards, but I don't know what you're hoarding. I would like to see. But I heard rumors you lost a cannon while gambling. Slots of blades, hand of cards, and some money. Do you think they will try to kidnap the king? Me and my employer are getting out of this blasted country. Silver's marquee. Bright handkerchief. Hand of cards. I instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. Most likely he will be in order party uniform. If he comes alone without any backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face, he may recognize you. Okay, it's all coming together here, but there's so much stuff I don't remember. And we Ada Baker's in a dandelion room for 2 nights, and Forget-Me-Not room is Water Noughts for 2 nights. All those other rats sneaking around here, this is no good. I hope they will just blackmail me and bugger off. Large kitchen knife, a partially peeled lemon, and a ring of various keys. And then, oh, we can go upstairs. It's a shame, I wanted to go upstairs. And there's a ship that you just can look at, that's it. So much stuff. There's so much stuff. We can go to different ones from here. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. There's so much stuff to fill in. Okay, so this is Lazarus's room, right? You took 32 things from me, I demand you return them. Half 11, so in the morning, I guess. On May 15, meet me. Is half 11, 11:30 or 10:30? Should be 10:30 because it's half 11. It's not 4:11. It's not half past 11 anyway. The place the idol was stolen from a brotherhood and poor Willard met his death. So someone lured Lazarus to the inn. Because Willard died in the inn. Yes. That's confusing though a little bit. Come along, bring proof something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. But the veiled woman is... Yeah, okay, so that's Ada Baker. I've instructed him to arrive at around half 11. Most likely he will be in order party uniform. If he comes alone without any backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. So, early in the morning, I don't know, is it earlier in the morning Ada Baker... No, went, so that's Lazarus. Lazarus went to the inn, right? Lazarus Hurst went to the inn. But none of these make sense. So maybe he didn't go to the inn first? Because like maybe before noon at the inn. That makes more sense. Maybe? Okay, wait. So what time is it now? Ooh, someone has a pocket watch. Just tell me the time, right? Do you have the watch? No. Who's the watch? $12:15. But he's saying Lazarus had not yet returned for several hours, so it didn't just leave. He left early in the morning to go somewhere. But where? Because like the letter told him to go. To go to the inn. But is that not where he went? Who knows? I don't know right now, I'm confused. And then someone here was shot. The can the guy lost gambling, presumably. And you shot this guy in the back who rode on the bike. And he's got 2 guns. It would make sense. Isn't it by that you fallen for the same trap you did all those years ago? Who fell for a trap? And then hand eye, what's that again? That's the steward or something? Because 3 eyes is the master, right? So it's dark hand steward, maybe? Which is Water Keen, maybe? Maybe. But where was like a straw man? Oh, here. And that's when okay, so that's him. That makes some sense. So this is Water Goran. Not Water, what's his name? David Goran? David. That's just red water while I was like saying things. But when is this? I mean, this is just now, and it is afternoon technically because it's 12:15. So is this David Goran? But he's not dead yet. And this is the cabin, right? And then this might be Water Keen, but I'm not sure. But he was also the one in the other one, so that makes some sense. He's just older now. Which would mean that David Goran went to the cabin to kill. But was he there to kill Water Keen? I don't know what he wanted to get back. But yeah, maybe. And he wanted him to kill because he did something. He tried to fight or have or find or kill or kidnap or blackmail, but I don't know which one it is. I mean, someone wrote this letter. But this is not the cabin. I'm confused. Wait, do we have a note? You have a note on you. You'll find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. Okay, so you went to the inn. You got the note from Ada. And then came here. Because that's where they first met. Maybe. But that's where he and Goran first met, not Lazarus. But weren't they under? They asked for Lazarus to come to the inn, and then they gave him the note. But I don't know. I'm confused. And yeah, in the morning, Lazarus Hurst went away, and then before noon, 2 other guys went to go look for him, I suppose. Alistair only made it like here. Some small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Broadway steward. So he went to the manor and then was shot by a cannon? Maybe. And then that would be one of One of them would be him, maybe? And who are you? How do I know who you are? Well, you're who's left over. Because this is Alistair Koch, I guess. Because Maker is sitting there. So this has to be James' turn. Because this is Peter Badley, I mean. And Mary. At the... Yeah, okay. So this... He's dead. So James Turner died at the crossroads. Alistair and James have gone to find them, so they went together. So Alistair killed them? Maybe? Which means that Alistair and James are also the ones who went looking. Went out to try and find Lazarus. Hurst? Is that they found... the golden idol? On the way back they started to fight over it. Where did they find it? Well, Lazarus went to the manor. Okay. So is Lazarus just... Okay. So Lazarus... Right. Lazarus is not a new person. Lazarus is Edmund. He just made himself younger with the idol. Right? Yes. That makes sense, I think. So he went to the manor trying to kidnap Mary. No, because he wanted to kidnap the... I don't know. Did he want to kidnap her? Maybe. He went to kill... Peter. Probably. No, he wanted to kidnap Mary, who's married, and that's why we don't have another last name for her. And Keen was trying to blackmail Lazarus again, right? And the only thing you can get back is lost years. Sure. And Peter killed Lazarus at the manor with the cannon. That's crazy. Yeah, he's very determined. And it's still betting, which is probably not smart. And this is the horse. This is Lazarus's horse or something? No. This is Crossroads horse. This is James Turner's horse. But that's why they went to the manor, because they had the note. And then they found the idol. Yes. And they wanted to have the ideal life. Before storming the king's castle of the Order Party, Lazarus Hurst led his men to Sebastian Cloudsley's old manor in order to kidnap his long-lost love, Mary Batley, Nee Richards, who is hiding there with her husband Peter Padley. Upon entering the manor, Lazarus and his troops were confronted by a drunk Peter and the cannon he had won while gambling. Yes, we know about that. Peter blew up Lazarus, breaking the idol, and then fled the scene with Mary. Wasn't ready for that. Drink, down with virtues, yes. Hey, weren't you the order party? Oh, no. I was never part of that ghastly organization. I can take this gilded brass trinket for scrap metal. You can have 3 sous for it, and call yourself lucky. What a fun game. Andres and Ernest's Klavinch? I have no idea. I think the S should be a sh sound based on what I know about Slavic languages, but it's not like, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because it's not one of the Slavic languages I've been more exposed to, I guess. Not that I speak any of them really, so yeah, I don't know. It's a fun game. Yeah, very good. Very fun. I think it's like a bit, I don't know. I do like the setting. I do like the quirky art style and like the, you know, the sort of supernatural like idol and that kind of stuff. It's really fun. In terms of like the gameplay, I feel like in terms of like compared to other detective games that I've played, as an epilogue. How long is that, do we think? I still didn't want here. The grand vision of a better world. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that weird salute? Can you just not do that? Witness the power of the idol in my hands and swear loyalty to Lazarus Hearst. We will build the ideal society. Sure. The Brotherhood of Masks, only one thing is worse than imbeciles with power. The rich and noble have a social club with mystical rituals and other hogwash, and are so stupid that they did not realize when they had some truly miraculous technology in their hands. However, they are influential and persistent and have already caused a great deal of harm to me and my goers. Wardakeen has told me more about their organization and practices. If he tells the truth, and they are truly devoted to the religious entity of Griffin Reborn, I could gain some powerful allies for my next move, yes. Order Party Manifesto. All citizens are equal. All citizens must serve society to the full extent of their abilities. Citizens must be evaluated according to how virtuous they are. A society with internal contradictions is unsustainable, therefore it must be led by the most virtuous citizen. The king should step down, the aristocracy must be abolished. The more virtuous citizens are better able to serve society, therefore virtuous citizens deserve to gain more time on this earth, and bad citizens deserve to lose time. Yeah, pretty radical. This is unbelievable. My pure Mary is joined in matrimony with that clown Peter Batley. She must have done it out of grief for my death. Such a hasty decision goes against every principle of virtue, therefore I consider the marriage null and void. She will come to me once she learns I still live. But for now my duties in the service of humanity take precedence, sure. Society must be built on the principles of virtue, only thus can it become truly great. Look at the Lemurians. Thousands of years ago they had an empire on the banks of 7 seas. Their ancient technology continues to baffle modern science, but they became inert and decadent and forgot how to build and operate the machines. Their empire crumbled because it was built on pleasure-seeking, not virtue. It is by divine providence that I got my hands on a working ancient Lemurian artifact, the Golden Idol. I will use its powers to set humanity on the right path by building the ideal state. Yes. We're doing... what are those numbers again? Increase matter. And then this one I don't remember because I don't have it on the screenshot. Fine. I swear, yes, with these powers I will do whatever is necessary to build a better world. Brotherhood of Masks. Lundenburg. chapter. James Turner, Walter Keane, Chester Davy, Angus McBain, Jeffrey Sinclair, Nicholas Maker, Alistair Koch, Sebastian Clousley, deceased, Willett Wright, deceased. Yeah. Yes, my lord, I swear my loyalty to you and will undertake whatever tasks are required of me. David, I thank you for dealing with all the challenges relating to my death and for keeping an eye on our new ally. I do feel I have impressed him not only with the Golden Idol, but also with my vision of the ideal society. Come to our hideout on November 24th. We are ready for the next step. Edmund Clousley, okay. So Sebastian Clousley was the original one, right? Left the idol to the Brotherhood, I think, in his will, but then David Goran? Was it David Goran? On God, it's too much information. It's crazy. They stole the idol. Accidentally stab. They stab Willett Wright. That's the first one in the inn. Recover the idol. It must have been the Brotherhood, right? He stole it from the Brotherhoods. And that was what's his name again? Walter Keane. Walter Keane. And then this is the other Clousley, Edmund. Yes. So Sebastian Clousley left the idol to the Brotherhood in his will, but then David Goran on Edmund Clousley's orders stole the idol and accidentally stabbed Willett Wright. Do we know it was an accident? Maybe. Wait, do we know that? Is that what happened? Ashbrayer crept into Willett Wright's room through the trapdoor. Lightning Green and John Breach and Oscar Boynton were playing cards and loud music. Fight ensued upstairs and Willett Wright got stabbed with a dagger. Yeah, and the Ashbrayer is David Goran. You know, that looks like a completely different guy in the profile here. Anyway, whatever, yeah, let's say that's true. During one attempt... What attempt? I don't know. But there's the dog, and that's... what's her face? But we don't have her name here. But that's Keane. Was captured and... Edmund Clousley convinced him to join his side. He then used the idol to make himself young and infiltrated the Brotherhood under the new identity of Lazarus Hurst. Then he came to be Griffin Reborn and transformed the Brotherhood into the Order Party. And then Brotherhood Masters helped seize power. Yeah, that's Alistair Koch and James Turner help Lazarus Hearst, I suppose, at this point. Seize power in a country and enforce the rule of virtues by taking youth away from common people and giving it to order party members. Right before the final showdown with the uncooperative king, Lazarus Hearst, or, you know, Edmund Cloudsley, wanted to kidnap Mary Batley, but was shot by Peter Batley, and the idol was broken. That's it. That's the recap. And that's it for the main Case of the Golden Idol game. But we do have the Spider of Lanka and the Lemurian Vampire as well. I think I have both. I mean, they're here, so I think I have bought them both. I don't remember. I bought like a bundle. Like it was. I looked at I looked at a few different versions of this. It's been a while. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna go straight into this. We might. Might do something else in between. There's some other stuff coming up. I don't know. Blueprint's still going on too. We might take a break and then come back to this after like a short interlude of a different game. Either way, yeah, I want to play more of this. It's like it's different. It's very different, I think. It's fun. It's like fun to puzzle out. It seems like less detective-y than like Oberdin or Root Trees. Those are like more intense, I feel like. Harder maybe. But you know, I'm still having fun here. Like it's a good game for sure. Very unique, definitely. And yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you soon. Maybe, yeah, very soon. Maybe something in between. But we'll keep this going. And that's that. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.